team emerge from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, 125, 43. Check, 43. Man, I got you.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah.
Ryan will throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
On set, 59. Mike's 59. And we have you on the end.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Come on, let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Check 24, check 24.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A 7-yard pickup.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of bounds?
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez good on the extra point. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Past the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. And it's 2nd down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Oh, under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Terrell Suggs able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Johnson, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they start the second half with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 34. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
8 yards on the pickup.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
43 is the mic. It's out. Hey, Charlie. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. From the gun, Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. 59. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Let's go. The pass.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Side completion to Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
You go tight. You got 51. You got tight right there.
Now it's Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's go.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might put...
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right. 45, Mike. 45. Come on, check it back.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Cardinals 33, Falcons 30.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off.
He's
got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. David Johnson on his way. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Now Ryan. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Ryan. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards there and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Murray. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Murray on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Hey. 4 down.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will... Just about wrap this thing up.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for